thepascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits. I told you guys to make sure your notification bells are on. I'm just letting you know that they coming out. They coming out, and I think it's going to be a very busy rest of this week, revolving a lot around the diddler. Like I said, make sure. I'm going to say it again in a second. I'm going to repeat myself again here in a second, but this is why you make sure that notification bell is set to all, so you know whenever I go live, whenever I go and upload something, because a lot of times it be random and a lot of it is breaking news. Now, this just broke a little bit ago. We're not going to be here very, very long. This is just a quick live, all right, to give you guys the information that you need. This is very, very much real, and it's very, very much going down. Like I said, some ish about to go down, all right? So do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it, please, and thank you. That would really mean the world to me. Crush that like button. If you're watching on other platforms, hit that reaction button, etc. I also have a goal up there. If you're watching on the TikTok, a bunch of roses. If you could show some love for me giving you guys the breaking news here, that'd be amazing. That'd help a lot. It helps this little show keep on trucking along, okay? So please do me that favor, all right? Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button. If you are watching on other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the Rumbles, make sure you hit that follow button. Follow. Okay, I do a lot of updates and lives out here, okay? Just so you know, all right? So make sure you are following and subscribed, okay? Of course, hit that subscription here on my YouTube channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips on YouTube. Make sure you are crushing that subscribe button over there, because there's a lot of things I'm talking about over there that I'm not addressing or talking about over here at all, okay? And vice versa. So make sure you are watching and consuming on both platforms, okay? On both channels, all right? Hit that join button down below, become a member, check out my Patreon, check out my locals, all right? That would be amazing. And of course, do not forget, check out pascalmerch.com. pascalmerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there. Some really great merch. We got some stuff with sayings on them, but we also have some really nice, unique stuff that just you can go out, rock, and you just stand out. Custom hoodies, t-shirts, etc. Stand out, okay? Be unique and have some fun, all right? pascalmerch.com. Okay, guys, we got to get into this. Like I said, it's not going to be a super long show, all right? But I wanted to give you guys this breaking news before the end of the night. Of course, I have a feeling there is going to be, I feel like there's going to be some more lawsuits coming very, very soon. And I feel like there's going to be another one filed late tonight, or it'll break at some point tonight. That's just what I feel, all the way down to my plums. That's what I feel, but I could be absolutely 110% wrong, okay? But one thing is for sure. I mentioned this earlier in this morning's show, and this is obviously, they are definitely not lying. They said, according to Tony Busby's law firm, they said that there was going to be more than 10 new lawsuits that are expected to drop within the next week or so. Now, and this all revolves around the diddler. Let's not forget that, okay? So, just so you know, and just so you can see this here, he said, and you see it right here in this article. I know you guys don't see this, but it's over here, and I'm reading it to you guys right now. If you're watching on TikTok, don't worry, your boy got you. All right. So it says, Tony Busby said he plans to file more than 10 lawsuits in the next 7 days to 10 days as the deadline approaches for March 1st in New York, right? Okay, the last day of a law that allows victims of past SA to file civil lawsuits despite an expired statute of limitations. So They have literally 24 days to get their ish together. Now, remember, there is a whole bunch of lawsuits that Tony Busby and his team have to break out. Remember, they did a huge press conference. We all watched it. We watched it live on the show. We watched it as a family. We checked this ish out. And he said over 120 individuals were going to file some sort of lawsuit, individual lawsuits against the diddler. Because at first, it was going to be one big old class action lawsuit. And he decided, nah, these all have to be individual. Don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but no matter what, they decided to do that regardless, right? These are all individual lawsuits. So Tony Busby's team has a lot of work on their plate, and they really need to rev up these lawsuits immediately because their deadline is March 1st. If they don't make it before March 1st, it's over. Any of those lawsuits, any of those people that are trying to get their own version of justice, financial justice at least, all that gets thrown out the window. And of course, we already know that Diddy's in a lot of trouble right now, but at the same time, this could be a good thing for Diddy if he doesn't make the deadline. So again, there's going to be a tidal wave of lawsuits if all those lawsuits are actually true. Let's not forget, we have people out here that are going to be making things up. They're going to lie through their teeth. They're going to lie just so that they can secure a bag. Let's not forget that. So hopefully Tony Busby and Busby's team is doing everything in their power to make sure that whoever's out here telling these stories is telling the truth, making these claims and these allegations. Hopefully they are telling the truth. So now let's get into the main event. All right. Here's the thing. We now have a brand new lawsuit that dropped just a few hours ago. And here it is. There is an adult male performer that claims that Diddy covered his body with baby oil, and this baby oil made him feel weak, basically made him incapacitated to the point where Diddy was able to take full advantage of this victim. Yes, new lawsuit like we just talked about 5 seconds ago. Tony Busby said he's going to be coming out hot and fresh out the kitchen. Not the greatest quote, but you know what I'm saying, okay? Coming hot out the gate, guns blazing, with new lawsuits within the next 7 to 10 days, because they ain't got time for that. And they got to make it. They got to make all their lawsuits filed before the 1st of March. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of breaking news here, guys. Okay? There's going to be a lot of breaking news coming out with new lawsuits coming out the gate, left and right. So now this person is saying that he was covered in baby oil. So now he's not I think her name was Ashley Parham. She is now not the only person saying that she was doused, covered in some sort of liquid that was laced, that made her incapacitated. Now we're hearing this from another victim. A male performer now is saying, I was covered in this oil and I could not move. And then I was absolutely attacked by this man. So let's take a look at this. Again, pretty crazy claims, pretty wild stuff. But again, we've been hearing this over and over and over again. This is a broken record now. Let's be real. It's either now it's either laced oil or it's a laced drink. Just a few hours ago, we just talked about another male singer, a singing R&B hopeful, I guess, and a recording artist hopeful, was sitting there saying, hey, I'm hoping to God, I'm hoping Okay. I'm hoping to God that I get an opportunity to get a gig. I get an opportunity to record a record, an opportunity become a big name through Diddy. He gets brought in. They go, hey, drink this, have a drink with us. You know what I mean? Let's chill, let's hang out, let's have a good time. He drinks it, suddenly passes the F out, right? Only to wake up to Diddy doing things to him that he didn't want to do. Then the guy tries to leave while Diddy is trying to make him perform, do some other acts with another woman in this group session that they were doing at that time. Now, in that lawsuit, he said, okay, I found a way to get the hell out of here. I found a way to get out of the situation, right? It's just very sad that had he known what kind of person, if these allegations are true, it's just sad that had he had known the type of person he was dealing with, he probably would have wanted to go and take that bathroom break well in advance before he even put his lips on a drink that was handed to him by either Diddy or Diddy's party. All right? It's very unfortunate. See, even my dog is getting upset right now. You know what I mean? He's getting upset. Okay, tranquilo, Romeo, tranquilo, por favor. So anyway, my dog's name is Romeo. Yes, I'm that guy. But moving on, okay? He's a rescue, and his name was Romeo when we got him. Just so you know. But let's get into this, okay, guys? All right, so again, here it is. He coated my body with baby oil before the attacks. This is accused by another John Doe. So let's get into this. Diddy forced a male adult entertainer to coat his body with baby oil before SAing him. And the guy says the substance made him incapacitated, at least according to a new lawsuit. Now, here's the thing. I've been trying to get my doggone hands on these lawsuits, the actual documents, and it's very, very, I don't know where to find it. So if anybody knows where these last two lawsuits are, these documents are, send it to your boy, please and thank you. All right. But again, these claims are backing what Ashley Parham said in her situation when she was viciously attacked by a group of men. And then, of course, there's a pew-pew that came out. There was a whole thing that went down. An exchange of bullets went whizzing back and forth. She ended up going over to the neighbor's house, remember? And then she ended up going back into the house of where the attack was, passing out, waking up to go to her car, drive off. She tried to, file police reports about this. Apparently, they do actually exist, but the police are very much holding that information away from her own legal team and also to the press, which makes no sense because it should be public documents, right? So it makes no sense to me at all. All right. But she said that she was doused with some sort of substance or some sort of oil. She became incapacitated, just like this man here. She couldn't move because of whatever was laced in this oil. And now we're hearing the same story from this man too. So he again is saying, hey, something ain't right. Okay. But let's move on here. Okay. 1 second. I'm just checking the chat here. Hopefully y'all are good. Okay. And somebody just asked me if I'm familiar with the Alexander brothers. Yes, I am. And those dirty mother lovers, those are some dirty mother lovers. Okay. So moving on here. All right. So, okay. He forced him to do that. He forced him, by the way, forced this man to coat his body, lather your body with this baby oil. And then he became incapacitated because of whatever was in the substance, right? That took him under, long story short, right? The Bad Boy Records founder is being sued by a John Doe who claims Diddy trapped him in a quote-unquote vortex of exploitation and fear, subjecting him to a quote-unquote relentless pattern of plying somebody with substances, SAs, unaliving threats, because we got to use these code words, it's annoying, clandestine recording, blackmail, and psychological manipulation. Have mercy. Let's continue on. According to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the article that we're reading here right now says the guy claims he first met Diddy in 2007 when he was working as an adult entertainer in Las Vegas. He says Diddy would hire him through an agency to dance and take his clothes off, but claims their encounters went off the rails, actually, okay, in a spicy, zesty way, once Diddy introduced baby oil. Yes. The man claims after applying the baby oil, he would become sleepy, disoriented, confused, exhausted, drowsy, weak, sluggish, and numb, to the point where he says he unwittingly complied with Diddy's demands and was essentially coerced into these unthinkable acts. In several encounters, the man claims Diddy squirted large amounts of baby oil onto his skin, coating his body so heavily the substance dripped off of him. We're going to go back to this lawyer clip where he's talking about, everybody needs some baby oil. It's totally normal to go to Costco and just buy some baby oil. Thousands of bottles of baby oil. It's totally normal, right? Among these spicy acts, Diddy allegedly coerced him into performing in a drowsy and confused state, pleasuring himself, okay? Sexual acts, okay, with Diddy's female companions and finishing on females in various areas. Let's just say that, okay? Got to use a whole lot of code words, y'all, all right? The guy claims Diddy would often closely monitor to ensure he was, that he was inside the women. Let's just say that. So that's very interesting. Okay. So he was watching. Diddy was definitely watching. Okay. He was watching. Keeping an eye, maybe close up, just watching everything, watching the action go down, if you get what I'm saying. All right. For lack of a better term. All right. By putting his face next to their private parts. Yeah. So he's alleging that he would sit there and watch him plug and unplug, and then plug again and then unplug, if you get what I'm saying. All right. He also claimed, I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's the only way I can explain it right now. All right. Just off the cuff. We're just using code words as many ways as we can. It's like like nowadays when we talk about these kind of things, it feels like it's like I'm talking to my kid about the birds and the bees for the first time. Well, when a man loves a woman and you're trying to use as many metaphors as you can, but you can't. You feel me? So anyway, because you're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're just going to use the plug and the outlet metaphor. He's just watching plugging it and then unplugging the plug over and over again. And he's just watching it like this, plugging it in. Okay? There it is. Moving on. He also claims that he once rubbed the man's fluids on the woman's body and then, licked it off. Why? I'm about to have dinner. Moving on. In the docs, the man says he always believed he would be able to resist any sexual advances going into these types of encounters. But he says he found himself unable to do so once Diddy applied the baby oil to his body. He claims Diddy led him on for years, with empty promises of making him a music star and blackmailed him with videos of their activities. He says he finally worked up the courage to file this lawsuit after Cassie sued Diddy and the mogul was arrested. And I feel like that's a lot of what's going to happen. Let's be real. There's going to be a lot of, we already know that. There's been a lot of lawsuits that have been coming out as of late solely because Diddy got arrested, because Cassie put out that lawsuit. Also, let's not forget the scathing video in the hotel is enough. Okay? It's enough to make anyone go, okay, the monster's locked up, so I can come out and say what I need to say. But what's crazy is that he met him in 2017. Let's just go back up here for a second. He met him in 2007, right here. He met him initially in 2007. He was working as an adult entertainer in Las Vegas. Sounds about right. Okay. So he's out there. He's doing his thing. He's performing for Diddy. He's had encounters with Diddy. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, Diddy starts introducing this baby oil. The baby oil starts becoming a major part of Diddy's approach when it comes to doing that stuff, okay? When it comes to doing the sideways samba, the hibbity-dibbity, whatever you want to call it, okay? So he starts applying this stuff, and it starts taking him under. And he continues to do this. Now, my question is, how long did this last for? How long did this relationship of him coming in and being a part of these activities, how long did it last for? Was it a vast amount of years? Was it only just for 6 months, 2 weeks? What was going on? But what's also common from most of these other types of lawsuits that have come out, they also say, he promised me a career. He promised me my song, my voice, my art, my creativity would be heard on the radio. I'd be on billboards and in music videos. I'd be a household name. And so he would hold over these promises, these fake promises over on all these people to get what he wants. And again, we're hearing that over and over and over again. And now we're hearing that same thing. So he said, did he let him on for years? So I'm wondering, how long was this, how long did he play this con on him, right? How long did Diddy play games on this particular John Doe? I'm quite curious about that. But moving on, attorney Lisa Bloom, who is repping the John Doe, tells TMZ, I'm very proud to represent my brave client in this case. We will not rest until we get justice for him. Diddy's denying the claims in a statement, via his legal team. He says he never SA'd anyone, which obviously we've heard a million times. But what's interesting is that this lawsuit is coming from Lisa Bloom. Okay. But this is one of a multitude of lawsuits that are going to be coming towards. Okay. There's a multitude of lawsuits that are coming for Diddy. But again, that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be other lawsuits, other lawyers that are going to be going after and trying to get justice, their own version of financial justice against Diddy. Now, here's the thing. We have to look at this baby oil in bulk situation. Let me mute that really quick because clearly we're not here to talk about whatever the hell this ad is.
You would expect from someone in the mafia.
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. He is very eager to tell his story.
Now, again, if he's very eager to tell his story, yeah. If he actually takes the stand, this is going to be interesting. And I hope that we get transcripts like as soon as stuff gets done, that we see those transcripts with the quickness. So again, when this all goes down, when, this is all supposed to be happening in May, allegedly May 5th, okay? Cinco de Mayo. When that actually does happen, we're gonna be reading a lot of transcripts. There's gonna be a lot of legal paperwork that we're gonna be checking out. Okay, we staying on this. We staying solid on this case. Cases because there's a lot of cases. Okay, because let's be real. When May 5th does happen, if it does actually happen on May 5th, ish is about to go down, son.
They're going to show that video over, and that won't change their story.
As a takedown of a successful black man.
TMZ presents the...
Back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Yeah, somebody explained the 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for.
But that's the thing. So this is Agnifilo. Okay, this is Mark Agnifilo. You know, I've been calling him Mark Ruffalo, Janine Garofalo, Agnifilo. But here's the thing. This is the question that you need to be asking your client. Why do you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Real talk. Last I checked, baby oil doesn't really expire, does it? Like, have you ever heard of baby oil going bad? It's not like there's an expiration date on it. What happens to baby oil when it goes bad? What does it clump up? Does it turn into powder? Does it turn into a gel? Does it harden? Does it just straight up evaporate inside the bottle? I ain't never heard of baby oil expiring. Maybe I'm the only one who's seen that. Okay? Maybe I'm the only one who's wondering about that. I don't know why I'm wondering about that, but again, you have copious amounts of baby oil. And like he said in there, and I agree with him. That a little goes a very, very long way. Anybody who has I don't have any baby oil, okay? Real talk. All right, so don't even go there. Aha! But here's the thing. All right. Last time, whoever has baby oil right now, okay? Don't worry. We're not here to judge. Okay, because some of y'all like to feel very moisturized, okay? And some of y'all are bodybuilders. Let's not forget that. Some of y'all need to be glistening in the sun. All right, you want to make sure everything's popping, the veins, the vascularity and all that stuff. I feel you. Veins be popping in muscles and stuff as you flex. I got you. But at the same time, how long do you have that bottle of baby oil for? Does it last just for a few days? Does it last for a month? Does it last forever? You really are waking up and going, I must lather myself in baby oil at all times. Like I said, I'm just curious. Baby oil lasts for a long time. So if you're really, really using it, you must be using it for something, right? Especially when you got thousands of bottles of baby oil and other types of lube. Like I said, it's a combination of things. Why do you need that much? Are you just running around going, just squeezing it on everybody? Yes, you get baby oil. You get baby oil. Like, I'm just saying, explain that to me. It just doesn't make any sense. One bottle of baby oil, I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, we had baby oil when I was a kid in the house. That bottle, it got like to halfway, and that was like 10 years later, y'all. I'm just being real. It just sits there. Ain't nobody using no damn baby oil, okay? Ain't nobody using no damn baby oil on recreationally. Just not. You know what I'm saying? You know who it is just said, I prefer shea butter. Yes. Exactly. Do you want to be slipping and sliding everywhere? You trying to get to work, you're just slipping out because you just super lathered up? I'm just saying. Come on now. You got a bottle of baby oil and it's one. Sometimes it's like those little tiny bottles that has been only been used once. Like once. And then it just gets put put to the side. Just once, and then it gets put to the side. Just gets placed to the side. And then you suddenly, it's in your everything. I'm telling you right now, am I wrong or am I wrong? Okay? Suddenly it's in your everything drawer. Come on now. Suddenly you're going, oh, wow. Oh, there's that baby oil. You just shove it back in your everything drawer. Come on. Okay? Yes. So like I said, when it comes to baby oil, make it make sense. We're not out here, okay? We're not out here grabbing. See, my dogs are upset about it too. They're like, what are you talking about? No baby oil. We don't got no baby oil. See what I'm saying? They're like, what are you talking about, man? Baby oil. So like I said, it just doesn't make any earthly sense for someone to have thousands of baby oil, okay? Thousands of bottles of baby oil, okay? Unless you out here, I don't know, maybe you on the pole. Okay? Maybe you on the pole. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. Hey, get your money, boo, boo. Get your money. But that's the only other reason I could see you rocking some baby oil. But 1,000 bottles of it? For real, though? For real? Word? You're really using that much? Or the only other thing I could think of is you making adult films. Sound familiar? Isn't that what he's doing? He is making his own version of adult films. Ain't he, though? He out here. Like I said before, that man's hips probably got arthritis from all that just nonstop thrusting. Okay? And no, he is not doing the time warp again. He is out there doing the hibbity-dibbity. All right, just straight thrusting to the point where he got damn arthritis in the hips. Yes. And now he's looking at a hell of a lot of lawsuits because of his nasty swashbuckling ways. Let me finish what he got to say here with his BS. You need this. See, Agnifilo needs to have a conversation with his boy. They need to have a heart to heart and be like, okay, excuse me, Sean, let's talk about this. We need to have a full-on conversation about this. Can you explain to me why you need so many bottles of baby oil? I'm just curious. What can I tell the public? Oh, that you bought it from Costco? That's all? That's all. That's the reason. You just saw a sale on Costco and decided, let's buy a couple thousand. Let's just buy 1,000 or so of baby oil. It's on sale. It's on sale. It's on sale. Let's just get it. Make it make sense, guys. Like I said, make it make sense. This man was busy. Busy.
I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Yeah. And a lot of times it's toilet paper and paper towels. Okay. That's what they're buying in bulk. Maybe toothpaste. Maybe they're going and getting some steaks because you can buy that stuff in bulk. But come on. Like I said, I know this is an old video, but it's a little trip down memory lane of the BS that they were coming up with to defend this man's reason and justifying his reason of buying baby oil in bulk. Okay, but nonetheless, not non-stick kind, please. What? Yeah. Well, still, no matter what, maybe you can go buy olive oil. Okay, those big bottles of olive oil, cooking oil, that kind of thing. But like I said, why are you going into a Costco or a Sam's or any of that sort? You're buying things in bulk. But I'm telling you right now, unless you run like some huge adult entertainment business, you are not going into a Costco or Sam's or any type of those big box types of businesses that let you buy things in bulk. You are not walking in there going, I need a whole I need a whole flat. A whole freaking flat of baby oil. No, you're not. Sorry, you're not. You are either running some sort of adult film industry, you're probably running, or you're running cams, like some sort of webcams, or you got some sort of brothel of some sort, but you are not running around. Okay. A father of four is not running around and going, man, the kids, my wife, the kids are going to love me for getting a whole treasure trove of baby oil. No, not nobody on this planet is running in there and just buying baby oil for fun. Okay. Because they just really need it. Sorry, you're not. Okay. So again, now we're seeing somebody else speaking out and saying that the baby oil that they were made, coerced, forced to put onto their body is also indeed laced with something, because as soon as they put it onto their body, they became incapacitated, just like Ashley Parham. What she said, now this man is echoing the same thing. First, real quick, before we continue on with anything else, let me just say this too. We have to take this with a grain of salt. Anything is possible. This person could be telling the truth. This person could be lying. Let me say this too, because again, there are plenty of people. We've already seen it with Misha and a couple other people in the past. We've heard people say certain things that are not entirely true. They add certain truths from other people's cases to add into their story to make their story even more legitimate. But what's so sad about it is they're stealing that information from another victim's story. So we have to take these kinds of lawsuits, all of these lawsuits, with a grain of salt, and we have to step back and see which ones are actually going to stick, which ones that are actually going to see the inside of a courtroom. Because again, this is just a lawsuit. These are just allegations. Is there proof of this situation? Does he have videos? Does he have eyewitness accounts, etc.? All those things are extremely important. And hopefully that stuff, this particular John Doe, has to back up what he's saying in this lawsuit. Because again, anyone can walk up and sit there and say, yeah, oh yeah, same thing. Oh, I read that story. I read that article. I read that lawsuit. And I could just add what she said into mine, a little, trickle a little bit of that in here. And yes, it was the baby oil. And again, make it up and make it seem like that's the actual truth. So we have to be very, very careful on that and be mindful of the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the facts. The proof is in the evidence. And hopefully this particular person has the facts, has the proof, and has the evidence. But that is the show, guys. Like I said, it was going to be a short one. Wanted to give you guys this update. It is pretty crazy. There's a lot more that we need to talk about. There's a lot going on. So I may be back on in a couple hours with some other conversations to have with you guys. Because again, there's a lot going on in the world and we need to talk about it. There's been some updates on some other cases that we have been talking about, and we need to talk about them for sure. So like I said, it was going to be a short and sweet one, but I hopefully you guys enjoyed it, got some information from this show, and were, of course, entertained. Please do me a favor before we head out, okay? Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Do what it do. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, make sure you hit that follow button. Follow. Also, don't forget, subscribe here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there too, because like I said, there are things I'm talking about over there that I'm not talking about over here on the main channel. All right, so make sure you're subscribed. All right, of course, hit that join button down below, become a member, check out my Patreon, check out my locals, and of course, check out pascalmerch.com. All right, we got some really great stuff over there. I'm telling you, go check it out. I'm sure you'll find something you're gonna love. It's not like, not only just sayings with, t-shirts with sayings on them and all that stuff for the show. There's some really great stuff over there. Fire clothing. Go check it out. All right, pascalmerch.com. Anyway, guys, It is time to get going. I'll be seeing you guys in a couple hours, all right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.